Yep, it's maybe I'm the only one who feels it. I don't know. I think it could be that I just had a little too much coffee, an espresso. I don't know, but it's Saturday. We're live. Doing a little bit of a Dojo Takeover live, and welcome, guys. Dominick Izzo, Wing Chun, and let's get violent. But before we get violent, some housekeeping, please. Listen, if you guys are going to hear me talking all the time now about if you're a man relatively my age or you're over the age of 35, that's a 15-year gap, get your hormone levels checked. I'm going to tell you just from personal experience, a tremendous amount of difference. If you're a man, you've got low testosterone. If you're a female, or maybe your wife is nagging and crabby and all this kind of stuff too, you can encourage her, honey, get your hormones tested. The easiest way to do that is go to hp-trt.com. I am a client of this company. You go to contact online, hp-trt.com, hp-trt.com. You can call them, or if you type in all the information here, when you say, how did you hear about us, you go IZZO20, and should you choose to become a client of theirs, you will get a significantly glorious discount. Bottom line, I'm going to tell you from personal experience, when I had my hormones checked, they were in the toilet. 140 was where I was at, and a normal man should be around 800 to 900. And it was everything. It was the fat around my midsection, the unable to sleep well. I really was. I wasn't crabby. I was what we call in Italian mensa morte, meh, whatever. You know, yeah, there was a little bit of ED there. It was like, I just don't care. And when you get your hormone levels checked and they get tailored specifically for you, it changes the world. So go ahead, hp-trt.com. All right, I want to, well, let me say hi to some of you guys who are on there. Or if you guys do on the chat. The chat is open. Saturdays are new. We're doing lives on Saturdays. And I even have a number where you can call in if you want to get involved with this conversation. And if you're watching on a replay, awesome. You know, it is what it is. But just join us. We're live on Saturdays, 2 p.m. Central. That's 3 Eastern, 1 Mountain, and noon Pacific. So it's a great time on Saturday if you're not doing anything. And I'll monitor the chat as well, too. I want to take my channel that you guys have blessed me with, and I want to shine some light on people that I see on the internet who are making a significant contribution to the martial arts world, and shit on people like Sammy Franco, useless turd. And I want to highlight the people out there, both good and bad. Last week was Joseph Simonet, Sifu Joseph Simonet, who passed away way too early as far as I'm concerned with Key Fighting Concepts. And we kind of looked at some of his work. This gentleman popped up in my feed today, Dennis Horton. We're going to look at his channel. And I looked at one video of his, and I'm not kidding, 15 seconds worth of the video, and I went, oh, I want to talk about this man today. I haven't seen any of his content other than the 15 seconds I saw. I liked what I saw. I'll explain why. But I want to watch in real time with you his content to see what I like, what I agree with, and all that kind of stuff, and go from there. So this is Dennis Horton. This is a video from his about 5 years ago, Kung Fu Series Lesson 1. I want to hear what Kung Fu means to him.
So today, I wanted to break down what is Kung Fu. Kung Fu, 2 words, meaning time and energy. Physics teaches us that time and energy are the 2 main factors in determining power, the amount of energy exerted over amount of time. What is power? Power is the ability to do all things, or in physics terms, the ability to do work. How does that translate to martial arts? Well, first and foremost, Kung Fu is not a martial art. A martial art is an art that centers its focus on warfare. Kung Fu is bigger than this. It is not just about fighting. It is also about meditation, self-improvement, perspective on who you are with respect to the universe. So there's a great plethora of applications of Kung Fu. So although Kung Fu was not designed for fighting, Kung Fu has fighting application. If you take a person and say, well, they did Kung Fu and they didn't do well in a fight, or they didn't do what I thought they would do in a competition. The reason would be because you don't blame the paintbrush or the paint when the painter fails to produce a masterpiece. Anything you focus on doing using Kung Fu, that's all you're going to be able to do.
I'm not going to lie. See, there's a thing, and some of you will understand, it's like even when you're my age, 50, you you get pulled in and you get sucked in towards wisdom, right? It's just an addictive type of quality that not a lot of people have. So even as a 50-year-old man, I still gravitate towards people who are like very captivating in the way that they deliver information. You guys all know my style. I yell, I'm Italian, I shout this and that. I like the calm, methodical, very intellectual ways of delivering energy. I like how this man's speaking. And based on what he said, I was always under the impression that Kung Fu meant skill developed through hard work. Well, there's some synonyms there with time, and I forget what he said in the beginning because I was listening to everything else he said. When he was talking about how Kung Fu is bigger than a martial skill, I remember when I did see the Karate Kid remake with Jackie Chan, and he said everything is Kung Fu. He's going down this path. I'm captivated. If what he's saying is correct with meditation, daily improvement, this and that, I don't practice Kung Fu. I practice a martial art. I should practice Kung Fu more often, but already he's got me captivated in the concepts of what he's teaching, which is a more all-encompassing aspect that's just far beyond martial arts and a fighting skill. So I'm drawn in. I want to hear more.
So if a person uses it as a form of exercise, you cannot then take it and translate it into a combat effective system. You've never used it in combat. You cannot take a person who has practiced forms and suddenly make them a great fighter. It doesn't work. One of the biggest misconceptions I see in movies all the time is people will watch a Jackie Chan or a Jet Li go on screen, do all these wonderful things in a movie, and then translate that as these guys are really tough martial artists. Jackie Chan himself has publicly said in many interviews, I am not a martial artist, and people still assign him that title. He enjoys doing action films, and he was trained in Kung Fu, which made him able to do the action films and able to do the movements with the flexibility, the speed, the agility, the acrobatic capability. But he says that's not what I am, so that's not what he does. You can't force somebody to be something they are not. There are those who use Kung Fu for combat, but there's more people who do not use it for combat. For example, I'm going to be starting this series where I'm going to break down Fu Hok Shi Chin Kin, which is the Fu Hok or the Tiger Crane double fist set. And in Kung Fu, when you say fist, you're not referring to this. When you say Kung Fu fist or Kyun or Chuan, what you're actually saying is the proper hand formation or tool that I will be using to implement this. For example, Taiji Chuan, it means supreme ultimate fist, but it was designed to cultivate internal energy. It was not designed for combat. It can be used for that, but it wasn't designed for that. You can use your car to run somebody over, but it wasn't designed for that. You can use a hammer to crack somebody's skull, but it wasn't designed for that. Same thing as is with Kung Fu. If I say...
Wow. Okay, we're getting a lesson here. I'm not like... I have nothing to contribute other than I'm liking everything this man's saying on a philosophical level.
Fu Jiao Pai, I'm referring to the tiger claw. If I say Yin Jiao Pai, I'm referring to the eagle claw, right? If I say Teng Lang Xuan, I'm referring to the fist of Teng Lang, the monk that created praying mantis Kung Fu. So those are just some examples. So an example is if I say I'm going to practice the first few movements of Fu Hok. The first movement is inhaling, middle palm block. Exhaling, outer palm block. Inhaling, downward crane wing block. Exhaling, inward palm block. Now you may say this is a series of blocks. But what if I'm a chef? I'm not a fighter, but I still like to practice Hung Gar Kung Fu. Then this becomes take the patty and flip it over. Take the bun and remove it. Put it on the counter, grab condiments, bring the condiments to you, and put them down on the bun. The movements are still the same.
They're just
I'm applying them in a way.
He's teaching them to whatever's applicable for the audience of what understands them.
That enhances my life and gives me the power to do the work that I choose to do. So as we develop our Kung Fu, we keep a focus on it's about improving me and my life. So
I pulled up, I wanted to go to his YouTube channel, and I was looking at some of his content, and where's the one that I saw? I looked at his videos, and it's Dennis Horton is his video. Most latest video is a month ago, and I went to this one, and I saw this, and I want to play what I saw that immediately had me go, okay,
all right.
I want to see more of what this man's doing. Just watch this. And even if you're from a Wing Chun's point of view, I want you to watch what this man is doing.
All right. Hit me as hard as you can. Come on, you can hit harder than that. Hard as you can.
Now, not for nothing either. Those are tags that actually hit, and they're pretty impressive. You could hear the thud. You could see it. He's taking a hit. You know, it is moving him a little bit, so it's not, and he's getting fed, right? It's energy that's fat being fed.
Come on, you can hit harder than that. Hard as you can. Hard as you can. Hard as you can.
Immediately, that's all I watched. 13 seconds, and I went, I fucking like this guy, because if you look, what would be similar, comparable in the Wing Chun syllabus is that's jump style energy. And it's my favorite energy in Wing Chun. Now, I can't speak to what this teacher is doing, but from a Wing Chun point of view,
hard as you can.
When he's putting it in, that's that elbow that's going in. One line's going in, and another line's going in, and it's going in to attack the opponent. And you could see he's going forward. He's going forward, and you could see he's relaxed as he's doing it. And he's taking hard energy. Immediately after I saw the first video, and I didn't watch it, I just saw like a couple seconds of it, and went, okay, there's his philosophy. Then I want to see his application. When I saw his application, I went, oh, this guy's legit. I want to watch some more of this. And understand something, too. When I'm watching this, you know, I know it all. You get, let's see it in the MMA. Number one, I'm done with that argument because it's a moot point. Would you want to stand in front of this man and take a punch? Would you want to risk getting hit by this man? I wouldn't. I'm a very skilled martial artist. I'm a very skilled fighter. I got a few screws loose in my head. I'm a tough man. I wouldn't want to risk it. So it's an antiquated argument. Let me see it work in the MMA, because every time we show any traditional art working in MMA on any capacity, it's always, well, that wasn't a real MMA fighter. What the fuck is then? What the fuck is then? If it's a professional, then you have to have another. It's just so dumb. It's ridiculous. I'm tired of that argument. But I want to look at this from legitimately somebody contributing into the martial arts community based on their skill set and knowledge. And I like the first 15 seconds of what I saw, so I want to watch the rest.
How does he get? How does he get? Do you see what I'm doing? That's what I'm trying to teach you. Just punch as hard as you can. So why do people...
Over in the chat, Nakmeezy, fake-ass punch. Your mother's a fake-ass punch. Literally. We know that it's a telegraph movement. We know that it's training. We know that it's for a purpose to demonstrate a point. Shut the fuck up. Stay behind your keyboard. We don't need you.
Drop their guard and do all this shit when somebody's trying to hit them. This stops everything. So I just leave it there. You seen the video where I was sparring with Brian, didn't you? When I said study it. He never got past the lead hand, did he? Right? That's all I'm doing. You can't get past that, why am I moving? If you can't get...
There's some similarities to Wing Chun. It's all the forward motion, right? Tan, bong, jum, jut, gan, everything's going forward. He's doing you look at the same motions. Watch him again. He's displaying.
Right? That's all I'm doing. You can't get past that, why am I moving? If you can't get past that, why am I doing anything else? But people do what? Throw your punch. You kicking your own ass. You the reason you getting beat up. You was in the perfect defense, throw a punch. If I just stayed there, I'd be safe, right? Mm-hmm. Does anybody stay there, though? No. You put your hands up. Why? Protect yourself.
Look at the size of that man's hands, too. Those hands have been used. Boom. Those are anvils.
All right, guys throwing a punch. Oh, shit. That's why you're getting knocked the fuck out. If you really believe in your training, then let it do its job. Wow. Let him come. If he can get through,
there's a lot of similarity, and based on his philosophy, if he's saying what he's saying about Kung Fu is, we're all going to have different shapes and similarities. Well, this looks like a Man Sao Wu Sao, right? We're looking at, it's almost a mini cat stance. You do have a, the differences in my teaching and my delivery. I'm going to have right guard forward and left leg forward. I'm going to form more of a tripod, but they're identically or conceptually the same in application, because you have everybody, for the most part, you're going to be looking at, well, you got limbs, I got limbs. You got arms, I got legs. So we're going to be forming relatively the same shapes. This is not the right stance for me.
But I ain't never seen nobody get through this, so I don't have to move. And I'm not fighting my students offensively. I'm fighting them defensively any goddamn way. But the reason why you don't see me getting fighting stances in front of students like that,
I want to see more. So again, I want to feature good content. And let's see another video. 4 techniques in trapping range. Okay, let's see.
Review basic knife fighting 101. So come here. You see, it's okay.
Can I just say too, the man's in shape. I got a gut, right? Yeah, I'm a power lifter, all that kind of stuff, but this man is in shape, and it's good to see that there are other martial artists who are, in a traditional sense, who take pride in themselves and actually live and walk the walk. So I respect this massively.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, rotate a little bit. Rule number 1, knife fighting. Blade faces the opponent. Real simple rule. Rule number 2 is a knife is not an axe, which means what? I don't do what?
Chop.
We're not chopping or whacking. It's a knife. When you cut meat, you touch the meat, and you slide. That's it. The faster you slide, the deeper the cut. Has nothing to do with how hard you hit somebody with a knife. That's it. When I come, I'm not going to come, knife slice. Knife slice. No, that's a sword. That's not a knife. A knife is press in, flex, and slide. Press in, flex, and slide. So that's what you're going to see me do. Ready? Trap. Go ahead. Pressure, pressure. Pressure. And out. Oh, you're trying to break it for real. Unnecessary roughness. Flag on the play. And we trade back and forth. You never hand anybody a weapon. So when he comes, first thing I'm going to do is I don't want my wrist getting cut. So I'm going to block, but I'm also going to cover my wrist with my other hand. And that gives me 2 options of making sure I can trap. Now, why does the trap work? Does the trap work? Cut? Because I can grab people's wrists out of the air?
Even that. I look for all the minutia with what you guys do. Did you notice, like, we'll call it a parry or a pak sao Wing Chun. Watch when he does the open hand slap out to the side. Look how relaxed his energy is. It's not stiff whatsoever. Just watch when he goes out to the side.
Of making sure I can trap. Now, why does the trap work? Does the trap work? Cut? Because I can grab people's
You can see at the tail end of it, his hand just kind of like vibrates because it's turned off. It's relaxed. He's got that sap energy. That's an energy that's going to hit really hard when you're attacking something. So again, I look for all the little things when I see somebody doing martial arts to see if they know, like, especially if it's in my field. Kung Fu has got that relaxed, not hard like karate, even though karate has got, karate's just deadly. It's just fucking deadly. Kung Fu, I look for more of the sap, right? The blackjack energy. Do I see a little bit of wavering in the boom, turning on and off? And I definitely see it in this man.
Stop the air? No. The trap works because I step offline. When he pulls his arm back, he pulls his arm into my hand, which is behind his thumb. So he's pulling the knife back into my hand. So,
well, wait a second, Nakamizi. If you're gonna, what's all the mother talk for? I'm actually a jit fighter and trader. Well, then what are you shitting on somebody else for? For what? I don't know what your YouTube channel is, but hopefully you put up some content that we can all look and critique you as well. But if you're going to say it's a fake-ass punch somebody's throwing, then come back and give us your resume. Dude, you're no different than any other troll.
When he cuts, here. Now, he does not like, rotate. He's not going to like me being here. Pull. He's pulling, but why can't he get free with that knife? Look at my elbow. My forearm is creating a barrier between him and the weapon. He can't control his weapon, so he has 2 directions to go in. pick a direction, sir. He goes up, I step with him, put my body weight on there, pull up on the wrist, come on around, pull up on the wrist. I'm going for an arm break, not a fancy wrist lock.
I love this shit. I always have. I don't care if it's like 20 moves that are impractical in a real fight or whatever, or if you look at like someone like Dean Lawler, and Dean Lawler put out, maybe it was 12 years ago or something, the single best knife video on the planet. Now, I'll cover that sometime for the reality of knife fighting. And okay, we may say this is impractical, but I don't think it is. I think that there's a lot of knowing the fluidity of body mechanics, what you could do, how to manipulate the joint locks, the way somebody else's body works. I love this stuff. I wish that we actually celebrated more of the more art side of Kung Fu and martial arts. This is great. I'm going to look at this for another minute and I see something else.
I then take my hand and push the back of the knife out of his hand. I now have the weapon. I may cut his wrist. Trap. He throws the elbow. Notice another good thing. Do that again. He throws the elbow like Nahachi too, which gives him immediate control. Roll right over. Pull up.
I like this shit.
Constant pressure on the wrist.
I think this stuff is awesome. I like it. I wish there was more of it online. Let's see some other videos that he's got. Again, we're looking at Dennis Horton's YouTube channel today. The second I saw one video, I was like, damn, I kind of like this. All right, let's look at this. This is from just 7 months ago. All right, let's take a look. This is Trapping Without Grabbing, Part 1. Okay, very curious.
When you come stabbing, look where I want it to be.
Oh,
I want
pinning
it to be
motion
against his body.
That is a great example for Wing Chun's Gansao and Lansao. The Lansao is a pinning energy going in, or a Gumsao pressing into it. That is fantastic. And again, you can see the crossing over of these arts, especially when you get like, well, all of us, because we all have the same arms, legs, elbows, knees, all that stuff, and they're all going to move in certain ways and patterns, and we call it our respective martial art.
When you come stabbing, look where I want it to be.
Forward pressure, man. I love it.
I want it to be against his body.
And he's going against the weakest joint, which is going to be the wrist at that point, at the hardest point to leverage up. Great. Yeah, you could elbow in, but whatever. You know, that's where you're going to pivot, because what do we have in Wing Chun? Pressure on the wrist brings up the elbow. Pressure on the elbow brings up the wrist. But clearly, this is for teaching purposes only, and he understands pressure, but then the body mass going into that pressure to adhere it to where you want it, pinned against his torso.
That's all. Now, am I trying to do this for half an hour?
No, relax.
How much time do you need to fight?
Shoot. Quick.
Split second, right?
Split second.
So when he stab. Shoot, don't hit me.
There you go. There's some nice
Does
application.
that look like a complicated karate move?
No.
I simply avoided being stabbed and I went after his head. Nothing complicated there, right? So, we're going to do a couple things today. Let me get that for a second. We're going to start off with basic punches. Very good, sir. Never hand anybody a weapon.
Hey, students, listen.
Steven Seagal is the only one with the skills to hand you a weapon, beat you up for having the weapon, then go to court and say, it wasn't my fault. That's right. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at a basic intercept. He punches, punch, boom. See how I did that?
You can hear it too. I like Pak Sao is a great example in Wing Chun, where if you can hear the thud of a slap, especially on the inside Pak Sao, when somebody's doing it, versus you want to hear that dead weight energy going into somebody. And we say if you hear somebody hitting the dummy, you can hear them hitting it incorrectly. There's a lot of tensing up to it, is what it is. But I like hearing the thud, right, of somebody putting energy into somebody else, even in a drill. Listen to the energy that he's putting into him when he's countering and that first attacking his punch.
Beat you up for having the weapon, then go to court and say, it wasn't my fault. That's right. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at that basic intercept. He punches, punch, boom.
Dead weight, man. Just a whole body mass into it.
He punches, punch. Look where his hand is. Look where I am. If you've ever watched Tiger style Kung Fu, Hung Gar Kyun, you see these kind of moves all the time.
Putting your body mass
Basic
into
Tiger
it.
Claw Kung Fu, isn't it? That's all we're doing. When he punches, punch.
Isn't it amazing? You get like the bigger movements. Okay, so he's sunk that much for Tiger. Now, I don't know Tiger. No idea about it. But when you apply it just as much as you need to get the job done. So if he just did this big movement, right? Arcing movement.
Basic Tiger Claw Kung Fu, isn't it? That's all we're doing. When he punches, punch.
He only needed that much to get the job done. It's the same thing as angling in Wing Chun. You know, you could turn on a 45-degree angle, and you could angle. Or you could turn on a 5-degree angle, and you could angle. You're getting the job done. I love this.
He goes to punch again, which I expect.
Nem Keys, trolls don't super chat. The teacher asked for a hard punch and got a typical Kung Fu punch. So make it have sparring Wing Chun. You paid me super chat, so I'm supposed to agree with you. No, I don't care. I don't want to see trolling shit. I still want to see people shitting at each other. Thanks for supporting the channel, man. But at the same time, be supportive of other people too when we're watching shit. Maybe that guy, you ever fucking go to punch your teacher? You don't want to punch him as hard as you can. A lot of people don't. So I just don't like shitting on other fucking people I don't know anything about. Unless they're Sammy Franco. Oh, yeah.
But we're going to keep it basic. So when he punches, punch. Bow! That's all I want to do. Push this against his body, make it clear.
Yeah, look at it. Look at his when he steps into, watches. So what am I always critical of, right? Structure, head over hips over feet. Let's watch his movement.
Bow!
Look, boss, structure. Good movement, good step, good delivery of power off his back leg into a target.
Bow! That's all I want to do. Push this against his body, make a clear shot, put your fist, your knuckle right into his cheekbone. Give it a try. Push it against me. Don't parry it out. Pin me down. Push. Like a football player. Yeah. I should be trying to get this hand free for a split second because I'm thinking.
Eternal Learner says he also knows karate along with Kung Fu. I didn't know that. I'd never heard of this gentleman before. And it popped up into my feed. They don't call him Grandmaster for nothing. Okay. He reminds me, it's like, well, who else taught outside like this? Roberto Sharp, who Light Burley trained under. Tony Watts, fantastic. I mean, you ever want to get sucked in? I could not ever take a class from Tony Watts and like, well, let me put it this way. Tony Watts could explain particle physics and I would find it fascinating. That's what I like about him. His delivery is amazing. So he reminds me of Tony Watts is outside. I like this kind of stuff.
You see how easy that is? Mm-hmm. Now, takedown number 2. Watch where he goes. Nope. Takedown number 2 after you do the exact technique you just did. I'm going to tell you what to do next. Bow! Take your left leg and snatch it away. There's your takedown. Try it last time. Peace! Just drag it. Yeah. Because remember, when you punch. If I block and I hit here, it doesn't have to be a big thing. Right? It doesn't have to be a big thing.
I want to watch more. Again,
today
today I want to feature people that I think that their content should have more exposure. Mr. Horton, you got 944 subscribers. We need to turn this into 90,000 subscribers. So far, I like your delivery. And then, dude, yeah, here you go. The guys, again, I'm thick. I'm big. I have a significant amount of body fat, but at the same time, yes, I'm built. I have thick forearms, muscular upper body. I have quads. I squat, but I'm dense. This guy, Look at this. We need more martial arts teachers who are actually built with muscle. That man's in better shape than I am. He's got leaner body mass, and he's a martial arts teacher. Yeah, okay, so we need more of that, because what happens in the martial arts world, especially Kung Fu, what do? We sit there and we talk about, no, you shouldn't lift weights. You shouldn't be, what do you call it, muscular. It'll slow you down. I somehow highly doubt this man is going to be slow in his movement. Let's see. Let's take a look at this sparring tutorial.
Right? You can't see shit.
Let's see how he moves.
What I need you to be able to do is stay on the mat. Right. Fight.
Yeah, there's some Wing Chun application too. Dude! Forwarding. Maintaining structure. You know what? Fucking bravo, man. Bravo. I don't spar with headgear. I don't. I never, if you've ever been, we do aggressive chi sao, or it's just coming from a feed, right? Reflex drills. I rarely see other people. And I've got the video evidence of me with no gloves on sparring like this. This is outstanding. We do not see enough of this in the martial arts world. And what this teaches you is that you can take it. When you're no longer afraid because you don't have that pad on your head, your knuckles are gloved up and protected, and you can actually, oh wow, I actually took a punch in the face. Yeah, kind of cracked my lip open. Taste some blood. Oh, my nose got a bit busted for today. It's kind of good. It'll heal. When you actually realize you could take it, everything changes. Rarely people do this. This is fucking awesome. And you can see too, I love it when he goes from holding the line only, right? This is forward energy using structure. This is fantastic. Fucking awesome. Watch.
Stay on the mat. Right.
Forwarding energy. Love it. Brilliant, effective, and real. And look, all of a sudden, look at his stance. Man, you're going to tell me that doesn't look like ours? Look at that. Okay, you've heard me say I hate Gonsalves to the lower leg, but look where he's doing it. He's catching it at the inside of that calf. Ooh, guarantee you that guy felt it when he dropped his bone and that hand right on that calf. That is going to do some damage. And look, he's not deviating. This is controlled. It's tame. You know, they're going not above 50%, but it's going to rock your core. It's going to rock your foundation because you're taking mass and energy into you. You see right there. I love when the student kind of grins because he knows he just fucked up a little bit. And he watch his grin. He's grinning right there. Okay, so now watch him turn the juice on. Watch this. Yeah, you want to test him a little bit? He's going to give it to you back. Look at his structure not moving. Oh, okay. These are things I like. Watch his structure when he hits. You don't see him being rocked backwards, right? Boom. You saw a solid hit. And with no gloves on, when you're going to hit, right there, do you know the risk of breaking your hand on someone's hip and he does it? That's fucking balls as far as I'm concerned. You see him hit. He doesn't move. He hits right where he could break his fist. Get a nice big boxer's fracture at the minimum, right on that hip bone. But no, doesn't affect him. Well, this is brilliant. So again, let's talk about chi sao, right? It teaches you to know all the flow of where everything is. Watch what he does right here with his right foot as he inside trips. Just knowing where he's at, no readjustment whatsoever with this structure. He just flows into the next movement. We call that while you're in the neighborhood. That is an accurate body flow of while you're in the neighborhood for Wing Chun. I want to say it again. That is smothering. And while you're in the neighborhood, head control, you could see so much of the anti-grappling in that as well, too. This is fucking fantastic. Mr. Cashew says, this isn't even light sparring. Come on. Where's your, let's see your channel, dude. Let me see here. Mr. Cashew. Let's see. I'm going to highlight you. Let's do this for a second. Hang on. Let me go to YouTube. Mr. Cashew. Mr. Cashew. And this channel doesn't have any content. Mr. Cashew, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Thank you. Boom, look at that too. Okay, that'll be like, I like this transition. Watch him. He's going to roll over the top, almost a back fist. Right hand comes in, goes low, under, and then comes right over the top. It's almost like a back fist, but I still like how it transitions immediately. Once he makes contact, he flows into the next strike. Watch. Boom. It was almost a lop back fist. This is damn close to Wing Chun's fluidity.
Work on it. Line up.
Let's see, Mr. Cashew, make you. Here, watch this. You're in a timeout, motherfucker. How's that? Just dummy. I want to see more of this. Guys, I really want to see this gentleman's channel grow. Dennis Horton, if anyone knows him, I would love to help him with whatever he needs. He needs more, he needs a profile picture, and he needs a thumb, like the back, whatever it's called on YouTube. Some thumbnails. We need to help him because his content, just based on his ability, is really good, and I'd like to see him grow in his channel. Let's look at something else. Do you have any techniques for trapping range? So that. Let's see. Grabbing part 2. 10-hit combination. Walk in the body. Let's take a look.
Go for it. Right. There it is right there. Do it one more time.
Okay, that's like a reflex drill. It's great. These are students? Wow.
There you go.
I want to see it again.
Go for it. Right. There it is right there. Do it one more time.
I like the fluidity. I am a fan of that. All right, one more video. Let's see. Nabs. Okay, hang on. We'll look at you. Let's see. Nab keys. We'll take a look at your stuff next. I'll give it to you because you paid me $11. Yay. Thank you so much on that. And keep the channel afloat for another month. Take a look. And we'll get to you in a second. All right. We'll promote you too because you're a special child today. All right, one more video here. I would like to see everybody subscribe to this. Dennis Horton, True Practitioner is the channel, 944 subscribers. I would like to see this get into the thousands, at least 10,000 subscribers by the end of next week. I think the man deserves it. It's so, let's see. Ooh, destroy. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, it's kind of similar to Pak style drill, right? We do that, so we know that all drills are going to be the same to a degree. Oh, elbow guiding it into the elbow, so you're going to punch guiding in the elbow.
Practice what you're going to do. There. That's what I was looking for. Just that small rotation of the elbow and be accurate. Tip of the elbow to the fingers. Tip of the elbow to the fingers. Everything accurate. This is your basic destruction. That's first destruction. Don't just put it there. Tap it. Right, now you should be in a fighting stance. So my hands are up. He throws a kick, side kick to the ribs. Boom. I just dropped the elbow down right behind the ankle.
Not this. This. You felt it?
Huh.
You punch. Come on, Grandma's on here. Give me a good one. Ace!
Damn. Nice.
Grandmaster?
Yes.
You gave it to me on pause.
Yes.
I did not unpause it until just now.
Okay. You know how to unpause it?
Now I do.
And he's patient, too. This guy's a great teacher.
Punches. There's my strike.
Look at those hands, man. You get hit by that, you can be picking your teeth up off the floor.
Real simple. Give it a shot.
Yes, it's a back knuckle with an inward palm block.
Okay.
This because you're not going the full length of my arm. You're going 3/4. Wrist to elbow, elbow to middle of bicep. Full arm length is shoulder to wrist. Half arm length is elbow to wrist. 3/4 middle plus half. That's math. Boom, right there. See it? Take that middle knuckle. You feel that point? Bring it back. Bang your elbow a little bit. Right there. Dig into the middle of the bicep. Oh, that was the spot right there.
I like this man as a teacher. I like this man's ability. I like this man's delivery and energy. And somebody just subscribed to him, so we got 945 I saw. We need to make this man's channel grow, and it's going to be a focus of mine because I want to see more people who have the ability, who are in shape, who have passion, who have knowledge, spreading their knowledge. So we definitely need to see this. Go on this man's channel and subscribe to it. Watch his videos, like, comment, help this man grow. Let's do that. All right, let's close out. I want to look at Nekmizi. I don't know how to pronounce it. Kicking ass and taking names. We got to look at your channel, dude. Muay Thai and kickboxing. Oh, God. Oh, God. Let's see. Which one are you? You're going to watch. Okay, it's kickboxing. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's cookie cutter. You're an athlete. Great. Awesome. I like athletes. Athletes are in great shape. Athletes are in better shape than I am. I mean, if you go ahead and support Nekmizi as well, too. If that's your name and I'm mispronouncing it, I'm not trying to disrespect you at all. I just don't know how to pronounce your name. Private training. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so that's you. You're the tall, younger, handsome man with a kickboxing. You can't play your music. Kickboxing is great. I don't mind it. It's fucking brutal art, man. You still got some young bull in you. That's all. That's why you're full of piss and vinegar. But there you go. If you're going to do some fights or whatever, upload your fights on YouTube so we could watch you and critique you as well, too. But if you're watching today, too, go ahead and support this young man because he's okay. Yeah, it's kickboxing. It's not. I'm not a fan of it, but at the same because it's not something I would ever do and anything on that stuff. Yeah, I want one more video. One more video because I like this. Don't forget to join us on Saturdays live. Let's see. I want to see him specifically. Throwing Grandmaster for, let's see. Dude, this guy was in 2018. This is awesome seeing a man who's a bodybuilder who actually still does martial arts. That's awesome. You do not see a lot of that. What do we see? We see guys who, now I have a stomach, but I'll fuck you up because like I said, I'm a power lifter and I'm still a wrestler and I do Wing Chun. So I'm not in phenomenal loss of body fat shape or cardiovascular. Yeah, I am in great cardiovascular shape because I've been swimming for the last 9 weeks. So my cardio has massively improved. My heart health has improved. But anyways, I'm glad to see people who are lifting weights, practicing Kung Fu, because what have we had for decades? You shouldn't really lift weights for Kung Fu, slow you down. Such a load of shit. Clearly, this man is not slow. All right, let's check this out.
Them jabs got me enthusiastic.
I'm telling you, man, people don't
Come on, let's go.
realize once you got to train with the gloves for power. Then you take the gloves off and you train for speed and accuracy. That's why you got the speed bag, the coordination bag, where it's like, look, just take that knuckle and tap right in the center, right in the center, right in the center. This is the same concept. Watch this, step out. I'm gonna put a quarter right here on the back of my hand. I'm gonna put another quarter right here on my finger, right?
Okay.
And I wanna learn how to jab. So I'm taking my fighting stance and I'm right here. Watch what I try to do. Hopefully I can do it right.
Oh, shit, I'm going with what he's doing. If he could do that, that's awesome.
Be able to get it this time. Takes practice, been a while for me.
That's still fast, man.
Sit.
Woo!
Yeah, I can't do that.
Double jab right there.
What? Yeah.
That's
It's
awesome.
called 50-cent training.
Oh man, let me do my fast hand.
There you go. Let's see it. Let's see.
Where you put it at?
Baba. So you want to hit. So you want just enough room for your hand to fit in between. So you snatch that one, then snatch that one before they hit the ground. Remember, it's like jabbing the face and the body. That's literally what you're practicing. So you stand here and you like pop, 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 snatch, snatch.
What a great fucking training technique.
Let's do it today.
That's awesome. I love this guy's stuff. Man, support this man's channel. I want to see this grow. Yeah, I want to see this grow. That's as simple as that. Guys, that's it for Saturday today. In the next couple of weeks, too, we're going to have a couple more Saturdays where we're clearly going live. But then with the holidays, I probably will like the last week, second to last week of December, and then first week of January, I'll be out of town. But, yeah, make sure you sign up for like Meezy's content and go ahead and take a look at it there. And then take a look at Dennis Horton. Like I said, go ahead and subscribe to his stuff. And let's get his channel to grow. Comment below. This guy's stuff is great. I'm going to comment how he's just got a fantastic channel. So, all right, you guys have a great damn day. Very casual and brief today is what it is. And I got to go. I have to go make some bread for, it's a long story. I started baking bread for people, and I love it. Is what it is. Starter. Yeah, I have if you ever wonder, I have another channel called The Brown Paper Bag Show on YouTube. The Brown Paper Bag Show. It's a cooking channel. And then you can watch Cop Talk Live. I've got the #1 police breakdown